Hi everyone, Ed here from Soloed Quest. Welcome to another video here on the channel. So today we're doing something completely different, a bit of a public service video here. So I thought I'd do something like this because I don't think many people are aware of a very nice solution that there is for miniature storage. It is the solution that I use. You've probably seen it already in my videos. It's right behind me. And so since I did unbox Zombicide 2nd edition recently, and I do have to pack all of this up, I kind of thought, hey, you know what, I'll do a video because I just got another one of these little nice products that I'm using, and I thought I'd just do a video to show you the potential for this product, which is really a pretty simple and standard one if you are a board game collector, or if you have a medium to big, probably, well, even a small one I'm sure could fit in there collection. You already have one of these Kallaxes on your board game room and you are making use of it. Now there is something else that you can get on IKEA that will actually fit your Kallax very, very nicely and will be a huge boon to your board game collection, at least if you do like as well miniature games. Okay, I do like miniature games. I don't like jumbling all of them up in a plastic bag and throwing them in the boxes, okay? That is not something that I like to do, even though I've committed myself to painting my miniatures, but I have so many that it's a bit disheartening to just look at them and think I will have to paint all of this. I've started, I'll actually show you one or two while I'm showing everything that this product can do to you or bring to you. But yeah, it is pretty cool, and if you do like painting the miniatures and you want to preserve that paint, keep them in a safe environment, let's call it like that, instead of just being inside of a box, being thrown around every time. I think this is pretty much a lifesaver. It's not very expensive, and what I'm talking about is actually this, the IKEA Kvissel. You might have already heard about it, but if not, I hope I can offer you some good information here with this video. So basically what I'm going to do is, so I bought two of these because I still had my Bloodborne all in its original boxes, which are like, I would say maybe 11, I don't know. I had the all in, it's pretty, it's pretty big. So this one isn't so bad. So I decided to buy. So I had the Bloodborne. I haven't played it yet. I had it all in boxes. Different sized boxes already were messing with my OCD. But then I got Zombicide 2nd edition. So this is 4 more boxes, and these ones I'm not so, you know, bothered with, because they actually stack. You can stack the 4 boxes like this, and they will actually pretty much make a Kallax. So you can basically put all of these ones in one cube in the Kallax, and it will fit nicely. And honestly, if this was it, then my OCD would be just fine with it, and I probably would leave them like this. But unfortunately, it is not. You got the presidential box, you've got, I don't know what box. I have the dogs. I got the dogs from the 1st edition to use with this. So that's another box. So, and I couldn't fit them in here because the way they do it, they just fill this completely with inserts for the figures. And then it's not very practical, because if I want to use a hero from the stretch goal box with the base game, then I have to come and get this box. And it's just a pain. Honestly, it's a pain. I've already played the 2nd edition, and it already was a pain. Having to get, because the insert is in 2 layers, and I have to remove the top of the insert, and then I have nowhere to put the insert, and I can even show you what I'm talking about. So it is a really big pain. And so what I want to talk to you about is what you can do with the Kvissel. Show you from up top. See, you get this out of here. So let's say I want to play Zombicide. Let's play Zombicide. So let's get this out of here. We're going to use this. We're going to use a few of the cards, maybe not all of them, and some pegs, and then there we go. All right, we got some heroes to play with. Okay, and now I need normal zombies. So I'm in a table, or I'm here. Let's say I'm here. So I have to take this out to play in this table, okay, and I have to place this somewhere. And then I have to go here and take this lid off and then take one walker. There we go, I've placed one walker, okay, but now I need something else. You see the hassle, it's a bit of a hassle, and I honestly don't like this hassle, especially if I'm using expansions here, okay? So that's pretty much a no-go for me. Some games I'm okay with this, because if the expansion is very isolated from the base game, you're not really using it in a lot of the games that you do. It's, say, a good example is probably Tainted Grail, where you're playing the base game, but then you have here, it's just the expansion, okay? If you're playing the Age of Legends, you kind of, well, it's not really that heavy on miniatures either, so it's probably not the best example. But if let's say Washington ZC from Zombicide, if it had only expansion, only components, then I would be okay with me having this box. And again, like I said, this one is actually one that doesn't mess with my OCD too much, because it's 4 big boxes and they all fit in that calyx. But then when you start talking about these little boxes, oh boy, that's when the fun stops being fun, I guess. So I'm going to now assemble the Kvisel, and I'm going to show you how many miniatures and how much content you can actually put inside one of those. So I've completely messed with this, but let me just leave it all here. And actually, let's have a look at the Kvisel. So this is a pretty easy to assemble thing, okay? So when you get one of these, here in Portugal, they are 25 euros. In the States, I have no idea how much they are, but probably around that price point. So let me open this up. So this is super easy to assemble. I don't even know. You know what? I'll record this. I'll decide later if I use this in the video or not, because you probably don't need to see me assemble this, but why not? Let's go here at this view. All right. So Kvisel. So you have your manual here. I don't need this because I've assembled countless Kvisels. Okay. So I think it was a little bit too bright. We're good now. Like I said, I've assembled countless Kvisels, so I don't need these instructions, but I do need this. So if you have this stapled or duct taped into the instructions, keep this. And so basically what you're doing is you're getting these little shelves, which are pretty cool. So basically these are the shelves that we will use in the Kvisel. It has a metal bottom, and it has this cork cover, okay? And this is very important, and I'll talk about it once it's assembled. Talk to you what you can do with this, with each of the shelves. So it's a pretty cool product that they've kind of tailored to miniature storage without even realizing. So these are all shelves. You get 4 shelves, okay, with each Kvisel. And besides your 4 shelves, you get this, which is one of the sides where the shelves will actually slide into. We get 1, 2, and you get a lot of this foam as well. So if you need foam, you're good to go. You get 1 bottom or 1 top, and then another one. And then you get one of these as well, which is the back. And there you go. All right. So honestly, it's more trouble to get all of this out of the box than it is to assemble it. And you'll see, pretty simple. All right. So basically, what we need is this, the bottom. There you go. Bottom is here. So we pick one of the sides, and let me do it like this to the camera. Then we slide it in. So they have these, I probably won't be able to show you this properly. Actually, I can. Fantastic. So these, you have these little things. They will actually slide in here, okay? And then you'll hear a pop. They're a bit noisy. There you go. All right. That's one of the sides. And then you just do the same for the other one. It's really something that you can assemble super fast. There you go. As long as it clicks, it's good to go, okay? Then you have the back. So on the back, you just need to make sure that this part right here, which has like a it's a bit of a fluffy thingy. The fluffy thingy will have to go slide in. Okay, it has to be on the inside here. Then you just, it's harder when I'm not actually looking at it. Okay, then it has to click here as well. There you go, it's on the inside. Fantastic, looking good. And then you put the top in. I mean, it's really that easy. There you go. Okay, so the top does have to, you have to make sure it fits everything. So just so I can make sure, let me just have a look here. And yep, everything seems to be perfect. So there you go. All right, so that's a whistle for you. That's how easy it is to assemble. Now there's some pegs in here, metal pegs that we kind of need to bend in. There's one on each side. These ones, you probably can't see it on the camera. Is there any proper angle for this? Yes, see this one? So basically we just need, I don't know, something to force this in. I usually just use whatever. I have a scissors in nearby, so living dangerously here. All right, but yeah, that's it. Once this is set, you have a working whistle with you, okay? So basically, each of these shelves will then slide into each of these slots, and I'm doing this looking at the camera, it's not easy. Okay, so basically this is it. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and 4 spaces here for the shelves, and there's a few tricks here that we can apply for the whistle. Okay, so first trick is you don't exactly have these 4 shelf spaces. Okay, something that I do, and you might actually see it on the back there, which is this one. So if you do have an extra whistle, so I did. If you do, let's say you've got 4 of these, okay, 4 of these whistles, and if you place 1, 2, 3, and 4 shelves, you're gonna have this little room here on the bottom, because the final shelf. Actually, let me get it for this. The final shelf does leave a bigger gap here. Now you can place some books in here, which is actually something that I did as well. So if you have some, you know, hardcover books, the Monolith source book, I have the Core Space Deluxe rule book. So I do have some books here. So in order to better put them on the calyxes, I actually use this space in one of the whistles. The other use you can get is, let's say you have quite a few of these already, and you have quite a bit of room here. You can get another whistle, throw away this structure, okay, and just get the shelves, and you can actually put them down in the bottom, because there's this little metal thing, the thing that fits and clicks in. You can actually put a shelf in there. Now it's not going to have a very good support. See, it just slides in easily. Okay. The only thing is, if you draw it out, these ones, they have this this support here. So if you push on it, it's not going to fall. All right. Because again, they have top and bottom support here from the sides. The bottom one, it won't have that support. Okay, it will be supported in the bottom so that the shelf goes in and out. But if you put it out too much, it's just going to drop. Okay, it just drops like this. So you gotta be careful with what you put in here. Usually, so what I'm doing here is actually using it for very, very small miniatures, mainly for descent miniatures, or you can use it for terrain stuff like chests. What else? Well, just terrain, I guess. Small terrain. You can put it here for easy access. You can use it for that as well. Okay. Also, another thing that I do is, and I don't know if you see it here on the shelves, probably not. But one thing that you can do is basically put 3 shelves in, and the 4th one, if you have big miniatures. Like for example, you have a big abomination, which I don't have. Well, let me just pick up this one, for example. So this miniature for Mansions of Madness. All right, so this miniature, it doesn't fit here. Okay, it doesn't fit on the regular shelves. It won't fit. But if you have a lot of these big miniatures, instead of using this the shelf in here on this side, you can just put it there, and there you go. Now you have a place where you can store the bigger bigger miniatures as well, okay? And it can take quite a few things. Again, just remember that when you're taking the shelf out, you kind of have to support it here on the bottom so that it won't just drop like this, all right? But apart from that, if you're careful when taking out the miniatures, which you should always, you're perfectly fine, all right? So that's one of the uses that you can apply to the vessel, and that I do. So they are kind of customizable in a way with the shelf height, okay? And that's pretty cool. Honestly, there's a lot of options here that you can use them with. Now, some other tricks and things that you can do with them. So I don't do, or at least I haven't done this yet, but you should definitely consider it. So one of the things you can do is just flip it. You can flip it, and there you go. There you go. You can use them like this if you want to, okay? So why would you want to do this? So first of all, there's a few people that magnetize the miniature bases, okay? So if you do magnetize them, you can, one, remove the cork, okay, from here, which seems like a bit of a hassle, to be honest. Well, actually, it actually comes out not too bad. So you can remove the cork and just use them like this, or if you don't want to get rid of the cork, maybe you're just not sure if that's something you want to do, you can just flip them, okay? And if you put magnets on your miniature bases, they will attach here, no problem, okay? So that's something you can do. The alternative, again, is to get rid of this cork, all right? So for metal and magnetizing miniatures, fantastic, it works. Second tip is, let's say you don't do that, I don't magnetize my miniatures, but something that I have considered doing is, let me get a miniature. Something that I've considered is, basically, when you place a miniature, and you'll see this with the Zombicide, because I will then cut the camera and I'll remove the miniatures and I'll show you exactly how much room I take on this vessel with all of the Zombicide stuff. And you'll be impressed with how much this can support. But as I was saying, I kind of crowd my miniatures in here, which I guess I shouldn't, but I really want to save up as much space as I want to. So basically what you can do, let me actually show you on this. So when a miniature is in here in the cork, I mean, it's a loose miniature, okay? If you're kind of rough with it, well, you got to be a bit rough with it. It might fall, or when you're taking out, you might just bump into other miniatures and they can fall off, and kind of like a domino. Doesn't really happen that often, but something that you can definitely do, and I'll get to the point right now, is to basically you go here, you kind of draw, you can draw the basically organize first the miniatures in here, or do it one by one. Draw the circle of the miniatures here, and then with an X-Acto knife or whatever you want to use, you can actually cut the cork, okay, and basically make little spaces where the miniatures will fit in, and that will give them way more stability, okay? So that's something that will improve your stability. You'll actually gain a little bit of height because you're cutting into the cork and placing the miniature in that small hole. So there are some miniatures, I'm not going to bother with an example, but some miniatures are just, you know, just a little tiny bit bigger or higher than the size here. And with that little bit of difference that you can get from cutting into the cork and removing that little circle, you can definitely find enough room for them to fit, all right? So that is tip number 2 of what you can do with these shelves. Like I said, I mean, it's like they wanted to do something for miniatures, and they did it, and they went and hide their true purpose. So what I'm going to do is, I completely forgot, you can, or you can and you should pick up these four stickers and place them at the bottom, just so that it isn't the metal just sliding around in your calyx, or however you say it. Okay, so just put those 4 in here, these little 4 support feet, okay? And then, yeah, now it is completely assembled. We have these little 4 thingies. There you go. All right. So what I will do right now is I'll take all of the miniatures from this, from the 4 boxes, and you're going to see how much room they take in these 4 shelves. okay? And I'll bet you right now that I will not use more than 2 shelves. So I will have half of a Kvisel filled with 4 Zombicide boxes, which is pretty impressive. So basically what this says, what I'm saying is, something that took up a full KLX square in boxes, well, it's still going to take that full square because the Kvisel will be placed in the KLX square, but you're going to have half a Kvisel left for another game, okay? You can, I mean, you can even write on the shelves. That's another cool thing. You have this white space. You can write in it. You can place a sticker here to tell you which game you have stored in this shelf. So basically, we will have probably have a Kvisel for another game or other games, more than one, and you'll still have a bit of room here at the bottom to either place another shelf if you have one, or just store in some books if you want to, or something else, some dice maybe that you don't really know where to place them, some card holders, you can place it in here, some accessories, all right? So yeah, that is pretty cool. But for now, yeah, let's then pick up all of this and see where we can fit it. Okay, and that is the base box. So I've placed all of the zombies from Zombicide's base game. All zombies, all heroes, and I haven't filled one shelf. Okay, so yeah, this is looking good. So basically what I usually do with my games is I place the heroes on the front, and then yeah, all of the zombies are in here. So I place them usually close to each other in groups, so that it is easier to pick this up while playing. But as you can see, we've not finished one shelf yet. So let's continue. I'll go and grab the zombies from the stretch goal box now. Okay, so I'll place these ones here, and what all of this will allow me is to basically just have all the miniatures in the Kvisel, and then all of the components I can place them in the base game box, and then that's the only box I'll have for the game. That's what I did with Black Plague. So I only have one box for Zombicide Black Plague. It has all the material for the game, and then all the miniatures I have it on my Kvisel. But yeah, you will see how it all will look like in a second. So let's continue with the sorting. Okay, so I think they went a little overboard with heroes on this game. So far, here's what I did. I removed the fatties because again, I want to keep this fairly organized. So fatties and abominations, I have them here separate, and I'll place them in another shelf. So far I have heroes here for base game and stretch goal box. I have regular walkers and runners. This might take more than 2 shelves actually. So let me just place the presidential box and a few other things in here. And then I'll take out another shelf and I'll see how I can organize things. So maybe I'll just show you the end product here. Okay, so let's skip to the end. I'll show you how I organized everything and how many shelves I've taken with all of this. If not, we'll just be recording here forever. All right, so far, here's what I got. I've got the daily zombies, daily spawns here, fatties, all the heroes so far. I haven't messed with the expansions yet. Runners and regular zombies, all the abominations, I have them in here to store them later, and here I have the dogs that I got from the first edition. I don't think I'll fit all of it in just 2. Probably I'll take 3 shelves, but still not too shabby, So let's keep going. This is a lot of minis. This is a lot of minis, everyone. So far, here's what I was able to do. So in here, all the heroes that I have, every single one. Some NPCs, I have them separated just because they're close to the expansion heroes. I have these 6 special zombies from Fort Hendricks, and then the rest of this is just regular walkers, okay? So walkers from the base game, I've got the 6 ones from Fort Hendricks, the NPCs and all, or companions, and all heroes. That's what this one has, and it is completely filled to the brim. And basically what you do then is this. So in terms of height, by the way, so I store this is 35, 38. These ones just go in very easily. There's still room to spare at the top. So you can fit this wherever you want to. I'll just place it right there. I can't even see the other side. Hope that's okay. So you can just slide it in, and there you go. So that's one shelf filled to the brim. All right, so let me fill the other one, and let's see if I can fit. So this is all that I have left to place from Zombicide 2nd Edition. Then I have these little dogs here. Hopefully they'll fit here as well. I was afraid I couldn't fit it in only 2 shelves, but I think I will actually, which is pretty impressive. So let's get on it. Oof. All right, almost. So I wasn't able to put them in just 2 shelves. So the first one, like I showed you, it has this. So heroes, just to show you, you can pretty much just take it off. It holds up fairly well. So regular zombies, the ones for 4th Hendrix, all the heroes and the companions. This one has the daily spawns. I was able to place all the zombie dogs, the enemies, all abominations except one, and then runners and fatties from the base game. All right, so almost everything. The only thing I couldn't fit here was this, one of the abominations and the dog companions. All right, that was it. Oh, actually, no, there's one dog left. Oh no, I missed this one. Okay, so actually there's a little bit left. So I kind of will have to find room for this. I might take out, because these 2 abominations, they seem to be a little bit too high for this. Actually, let me see if they fit, and it'll give you a good idea of the height that you can use with these. So let's see if they bump. I'm actually going to take Cthulhu and Manbor. He's also bumping, and the rest of the stuff I think will actually go in very nicely. You just gotta make sure that the arms aren't coming out of the shelf. Yeah, everything else fits. All right, so cool. So actually, that's what I'll do. I'll take out the two high ones, and I'll place them somewhere else. So these 2, and I think I will be able to fit. I'll be able to fit what I was missing, which is this little mummy here. And as you can see, yeah, everything is a little bit cramped up. It usually is like this. I can never get a game to fit with some spare room. It's always really cramped in here. I'm not sure if I can. I would probably have to take some other abomination out, honestly. I'll take this mummy because I don't know why. It's a bit too big for my taste. So there you go. So I'll place these dog companions as well in here. Yes, they do fit. All right. So basically that's it. I'm left with 3 abominations that don't fit here. Honestly, 2 of them I'm okay with not putting them because they do prevent me from closing this properly. Sorry. And the other one not so much, but oh well. If I have 2 out, it's okay to have 3, I would say. So yeah, that is it. Now, as you can see, now with the other shelf, I can just place these 3 in there and then just fill it up with something else if I wanted to. But honestly, I do have a few miniatures here and there just displayed on the shelves throughout. Mostly miniatures like this that I can't really fit in terms of height. So I just leave them out and I try to paint those first so that I don't just have a bit of gray plastic out on the shelves. But yeah, basically this is what I wanted to show you. I basically was able to get all of the stuff out of the boxes, all of the miniatures, and I'm saving a lot of room. I'll have a Kallax square with this. I still have 2 shelves to fill in. So other games that don't have that many miniatures, I can probably fit 4 games in here if they don't have that much miniature like a Zombicide does. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you and share with you. For people who don't know this is the Kvisel, the IKEA Kvisel. As you can see there on the background, this is one Kvisel. It just fits very nicely into the Kallax, and all those tips at the start can help you maybe customize yours with magnets, with removing of the cork, with getting more shelves for really small miniatures. You can place another shelf here at the bottom, placing some books. There's just a lot of stuff you can do with this. It is a pretty good product if you do have a lot of miniatures and you're gonna have some issues with storage, which I kind of do. My shelves are kind of starting to burst here, so I can't afford to have these many boxes just with miniatures in them. So a little caveat here that I want to say is that the greatest downside to this is, let's say now I've stored this and now someone wants to play Zombicide. They will have to come here. I can't take this with me. This is not portable at all, and it's really a big hassle. You can do it, remove the miniatures from here, place them back on the trays and take the boxes with you. You can do it. For me, it's a huge hassle. I would never do that. Just come on over and let's play here. But yeah, it can be a hassle even if inside your own house. If you, for example, I do play on both here on the studio table and also on my living room sometimes. So this is going to be harder to play now on my living room, even though I can just pick some, well, I can take the shelves or I can take this. This isn't too heavy, okay? You can carry it, but I wouldn't advise you to carry it too much. But I can just take the shelves if I want to, although there's then the bit of an issue in there that you can't really stack the shelves on top of each other. So yeah, I haven't figured out that. That would be cool. Or maybe just have a spare one, like a skeleton of one. Just when you go to play, you take the shelves that you want or need. That's actually not a bad idea. I should probably think about that. But yeah, there is that big downside. It is the biggest and probably the only one I see for me. In terms of dust, I mean, they do get a bit of dust because it is open storage, but I really haven't had many issues with that so far, okay? But yeah, that is it. For me, I'll just stop talking. I just wanted to show you this because I don't see too many people talking about it. I've seen a few videos here and there about it, but I don't think it's widely spread or widely known. And I just want to increase that awareness because I love these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these right now. Not all filled. Got one, for example, Bloodborne. You can see it, but I was able to get Bloodborne into 3 shelves. I have one spare in the Bloodborne Kvissel, although those really huge miniatures, Bloodborne has quite a few of these really big ones. They're in just my glass display because I can't fit in here. But those are the big bosses. All of it's in the Kvissel in 3 shelves, which is fantastic. So Bloodborne, which took me 2 of these squares, it's actually right here right now. So I had this filled and also this, okay? So all of this was Bloodborne. Now I have this, and I will have this because I will bring the Kvissel down here. So, but basically, oh, and it was filled, not with just stacking of boxes horizontally. I then had one, you've probably seen it in previous videos. If not, go check out my previous videos. I had one in here as well, like this, just facing on the front. So 5 boxes, and here I had the smaller ones. I don't know how many there were, like 6. So that's a lot of room that I've gained with this little thingy here. This is fantastic. All right. So big fan of Kvissels. Highly recommend them. I'll leave a link in the description for the Kvissel on the US IKEA. But I mean, you can just find it in your country for sure. I'm sure it's widely available everywhere worldwide. All right. So thank you so much for bearing with me. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I'll try to do more of these when they make sense, when there's stuff that I think it's really valuable to you and that I think I should spread the word. I'm not just going to do a video just for the sake of doing a video. Honestly, this is really just to help you because I do think these are fantastic. Never got anyone asking for them, even though they're in the background there. I don't know if people haven't noticed them, they know them, or they don't really care, but hey, there you go. Hope it helps you. All right. So yeah, that is it for me for today, for the 3rd time. Now this is it. All right. So thank you everyone for staying here, for staying until the end of the video, for watching this. If you enjoyed it, if it was useful, if you took some good stuff out of it, please do leave a like in the video. It really helps, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have all sorts of solo board game content here, and well, we'll have some other content as well in the future, stuff like this that I think that could be useful to you. I will definitely have it here. Insert showcases. We do other stuff, not just solo board gaming content, as you might have previously seen. All right, so again, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you on the next video as well, and until then, stay safe. Bye bye.